The invincible scamp, Jiyu Santong, into a trap. Zhuo Fan grinned. From afar, it looked like a nest of lightning dragons roaming around the cliff. This is a thunderswarm mountain. We were trapped here for 60 to 70 years, enduring the pain of tens of thousands of lightning bolts. If we weren't careful, the lightning bolts would fry us and trigger heart attack. If that idiot hadn't left the hole that allowed us to leave, we'd probably have no will to live by now. We've had such a hard time these past years. This would have been such a sad backstory. But coming out of this guy's mouth, I don't feel any pity for them. Not only is he not an idiot, but he certainly wasn't careless when he left that hole. Heh! Did he help them escape on purpose? Even though this barrier suits this place and utilizes this natural array of mountains as its base, it was carefully crafted to have holes in it. One of the few spots is the cliff you were restrained at. But only an expert could spot that. What? He did it on purpose. Then, why did we not see him when we escaped? He must have had some reason for doing it. However, he never could have imagined that his actions did me a big favor. Hee hee. All right, don't dwell on it too much. Right now, our top priority is to set up the array and bait Jiyu Santong in. This 6th grade array is only slightly damaged. Once I fix it, it'll double in power. Steward Zhuo, how can you be so sure he'll enter the array? What if he sees the array and decides to wait for us outside instead? What do we do then? We won't be able to face him. Don't worry. If it were someone else, I wouldn't be so confident, but he definitely will. He's the invincible scamp, after all. He's never suffered defeat in all his life. Those who have never suffered defeat become arrogant. And arrogance leads to blindness. I am certain that, in this world, there is no radiant expert stronger than him. As always, you can read anyone like a book, Steward Zhuo. My admiration for you is endless. All right, enough with the flattering. Even though I'm certain he'll enter the array, I can't pin down the extent of his power. Success is not a given. But with this natural 6th grade array, and with you and me controlling it, we can succeed. If we don't, then what will we do? You guys will stay inside the array and draw Jiyu Santong away from us. No, we want to control the array too. No one in the demon scheming sect allowed us to control any arrays either. This is discrimination. Idiots. Of course they wouldn't. You guys would just mess things up. Well, I'll discriminate against you too. When we start setting up the array in a bit, don't you go fucking with it. Also, when Jiyu Santong enters the array, listen to and obey my every command, otherwise. Yes, sir. Steward Zhuo. Ah, my stomach hurts suddenly. Please give me a break. Li Jingtian laughed wryly at the 4's lonely figures. Zhuo Fan didn't know if he should laugh or cry at these buffoons' antics. 3 days later. Soon revealing Jiyu Santong landing at the foot of Thunderswarm Mountain. You 6 idiots. It seems I was too kind to you all. You actually dared to escape. You know, I don't have much time left outside. If you don't hurry up and get me more herbs, I'll lament over this forever. I don't know when I'll get to eat good herbs again. Listen up. I know you're on that mountain. Hurry up and get your sorry asses out of there. Otherwise, if I have to personally drag you out of there, you're all doomed. But no reply came from the mountain. All right. You brought this upon yourselves. I look forward to your punishment after I've dragged you guys out of there. Jiyu Santong charged straight into Thunderswarm Mountain's center. But just as he arrived in between the 4 cliffs and wiggled his nose in search of their location, a fierce gale blew. Black clouds started rolling in swiftly, submerging the cliffs in darkness. Then, peals of lightning flashed within the dark clouds, surrounding Jiyu Santong in the middle. An array. Zhuo Fan and Li Jingtian hid in the tallest and shortest cliff's caves, controlling the array. Hee hee. Invincible scamp, you've finally entered hell. A thunderous sound came from above and a lightning dragon spiraled around the 4 cliffs, setting up the barrier to seal in even a radiant stage expert. You fuckers. Not only did you set up an array, it had to be a thunderous one. Zhuo Fan and Li Jingtian cracked up. Only a thunder array can overcome a little monster like you. As predicted, this kid's scared of lightning. Elder Li, in a bit, let's start him with an appetizer. But be careful. Lightning might be deadly for him. I don't want to kill him. I want him alive. I understand. After all, we can't let all those ingredients we sacrificed go to waste. The 2 changed hand signs as they laughed. With another loud sound, hundreds of lightning fell from the sky straight for Jiyu Santong. With a cacophony of explosions, Jiyu Santong's frail figure slammed into the ground, kicking up dust. Zhou Fan stopped, worried for his safety. Why isn't that kid resisting? Don't tell me. Is lightning fatal for him? Steward Zhou, how about I go and check? Zhou Fan hesitated. When the dust cleared, the two saw something incredulous. A huge hole in which Jiyu Santong was slammed. Unharmed. Impossible, impossible. Lightning's supposed to be his weakness. Abominable 4 scheming demons. Distract him. Find out exactly how he defends against the lightning. Yes, steward. Elder Li, let's increase the power this time. Yes, steward. Again. I knew it was you guys causing trouble. Hurry up and stop the array. I hate lightning. It turns out lightning is indeed your Achilles heel, you little monster. We won't stop it. What can you do for us? Violent Demon laughed, his afterimage shifting to Jiyu Santong to land a punch. Fuck. How strong is this kid's body? Just one punch, and it almost shattered to pieces. Just then, thousands of lightning struck Jiyu Santong. With an attack as powerful as that, surely even a peak radiant expert would have a hard time enduring it. Jiyu Santong was still covering his ears and standing there, unharmed. But his face took a darker shade, out of anger. 4 scheming demons, how did he defend against the lightning? Zhou Fan roared through the transmission. Steward Zhou, that kid didn't defend against the lightning at all. He didn't do anything when the lightning bolts hit him. What? Does that mean lightning isn't that kid's weakness? I assumed wrong. Steward Zhou, what do we do now? That kid is just standing there, but we can't do anything to him. If this goes on, something will go wrong. Once he escapes, we'll be screwed. Elder Li, lightning isn't his weakness. It turns out he cursed the lightning because he simply hates it. Consider it my mistake. This array is still a natural 6th grade array, though. Let's give it our all and confront him. No matter how strong he is, we can still wear him out a little. We may still have hope. Understood. Li Jingtian agreed. I knew this gamble was just 50-50. I was ready to risk it to obtain him, even if I fail. Steward Zhou, how about you? I'm ready. Let's begin. Thunder rolled and lightning flickered. The 4 scheming demons were slack-jawed, crying out in fear as they retreated. Jiyu Santong, if you are still standing after this, then perhaps you must be my karma coming back to bite me. Hundreds of thousands of lightning bolts rained down. They twisted around each other and formed a lightning dragon that coiled around each cliff as it roared. Jiyu Santong felt the sheer brutality aiming at him, forced to squint at the eye-piercing light. His ears rang from the sudden explosions and only now, finally, his hands released them, forming a small fist. A punch soared straight for the lightning dragon's head, releasing an odd ripple. People would be shocked to see how it began with the lightning dragon's head, turning it into specks of light. The ripple then shot past the lightning dragon and exploded way up high. Groaning, Zhou Fan and Li Jingtian spat blood, thoroughly stupefied. The invincible scamp's power is too horrific. No wonder he could win against an entire empire. Ah, gambling isn't for me. Elder Li, patch up the thunderclouds to buy us time. We must retreat. This invincible scamp. I cannot face him. In other words, we'll get him next time. This is the first time I've seen a Zhou Fan give up, but that kind of monster is beyond our league. Unrivaled power remains supreme, no matter the tricks or treat. But seeing the looming black clouds gathering, Jiyu Santong roared, "You 6 are so detestable. Didn't I tell you?" Jiyu Santong stomped. With 2 steps, Thunderswarm Mountain's 4 cliffs shook ceaselessly. The thing I hate the most, lightning. Yet, you dare continue? Another ripple spread everywhere, making everything it touched quake. With Jiyu Santong at the center, all around him crumbled to dust. How can a single punch be so powerful? What kind of inconceivable power is this? Quick, run. We can't do anything against him at all. If you can't outrun, then go underground. Anything in 100 miles was pulverized. Once the dust settled, the sight was overwhelming and impossible to fathom. Jiyu Santong leveled a 100-mile-wide circle in a blink. Zhou Fan and Li Jingtian crawled from underground, shivering at this sight. What is this monstrous power? He actually flattened everything within 100 miles. Jiyu Santong is way too terrifying. If Steward Zhou hadn't told us to go underground, we would have been blasted to smithereens. Ah, the invincible scamp is indeed an invincible scamp. How monstrous. We'll never mess with him again. Even if Steward Zhou tortures us to death, we'll never do such nerve-wracking work again. You 4 bastards, I finally caught you. A chilling voice crept from behind the 4. Their body froze and looked back in reflex to see Ji-yu Santong's furious gaze. Who was the one that just punched me? Scared out of their wits, the four shivered as they lowered their heads, not daring to look him in the eye. Come forward. Ji-yu Santong scratched his nose, sweeping the four with a cold eye and snorting. It was him. The four didn't even lift their heads as three demons pointed straight at Violent Demon. Not me, not me. Someone told me to do it. Oh, who? It was. Violent Demon shuddered in that instant and his jaw froze open, but could not utter a sound. As if something was shoved down his throat. Then, a cheerful cry entered their ears. Ji-yu Santong, you're finally here. Great. Thank the heavens. We might have never seen you again, otherwise. Getting out of Zhuofan's hug, Ji-yu Santong stared at him with resentment. What's wrong? Why did you run away? Why did you guys set up a thunder array here to hurt me? Li Jingtian swallowed dryly, his whole body frozen, while the four demons shivered. What do you mean? I set up a thunder array. Did you not make the thunder array? Of course we didn't. If we did, why would we be trapped in it as well? Are you saying you were trapped in the array too? Of course. Otherwise, we would have already brought the ingredient back to you. Wait, what? You got trapped here because you were finding an ingredient for me. Ji-yu Santong, do you know why there was a 6th grade array here? Because there was a valuable 8th grade ingredient. That's why somebody built an array here. Just to get you the ingredient, we entered the lion's den and got trapped. You showed up just in time. Ah. But why did you think we were running away? Didn't I tell you we were going to find an ingredient before we left? Ah, so it was like this. Ji-yu Santong blushed, fiddling with his hands, like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Somewhat aggrieved and somewhat guilty. Even though Ji-yu Santong's strength is limitless, he's still a child at heart. Compared to a normal person, this guy is way easier to trick. My bad. Something's not right. If you were trapped inside the array, how could they move so freely inside it and even punch me? Damn it. This was Steward Shua's plan all along. Just in case we weren't able to trap him, we could pretend we were trapped in the array while looking for ingredients for him. By going from array maker to victim and gaining this brat's sympathy, we at least opened a path out of death. But these four bastards were just so clever as to give Ji-yu Santong a punch and get caught. Steward Shua, why don't we throw these four little shits under the bus? Four scheming demons were begging him with their faces, their miserable and pitiful faces. Ji-yu Santong stared at Shua, waiting for his answer. Zhuo Fan finally opened his mouth, and instead of answering, he gave Ji-yu Santong a question. Do you know about arrays? Nope, I don't. I thought so. This shouldn't be difficult. Ji-yu Santong glared at him. Don't misunderstand. I just want to explain some concepts to you. Arrays are categorized by power into 12 grades, but there are different types of arrays: trap arrays, killing arrays, and bewildering arrays. That thunder array just now is classified as a killing array. But there was a trapping array as well. Did you notice? And there was also a bewildering array. Did you notice that too? Are you saying I was under an illusion? Humph, that's not possible. Do you think I've never been under an illusion before? My eyes may lie, but my nose is never mistaken. The ones who punched me were those guys, and they even said, "We finally trapped you." I'm not saying you were the one under the illusion. I'm saying it was them. You four, was the one you were attacking really Ji-yu Santong? The four reacted to Steward Shua's meaning. He was giving them a way out. We were under an illusion and mistook you for someone else. We're so sorry. Is that so? Then, what monster did you mistake me for? Ji-yu Santong stared them down. Him. The four pointed at Zhuo Fan on the spot. Hehe, is that so? Zhuo Fan's face twitched and his anger boiled. So the one you really wanted to attack was, you're also a monster? Before we met you, that's what they called me. Zhuo Fan's fists crunched and lightning wings unfolded behind him. So it was like that. I always thought you were using a flying demonic treasure. But it's part of your body. You are indeed monstrous enough. That's our steward, Zhuo. With this, everything's been sorted. Even in this tight situation, he still maintained his spirituality. Thank the heavens, Santong's still a naive kid. I made a gamble solely based on that fact. But it's a double-edged sword. If this kid had been any more stubborn, we would have had to accept death. If you got trapped here looking for an ingredient for me, where is that 8th grade ingredient? If you don't have an 8th grade ingredient on you, that means you're tricking me. Your punch just now flattened everything within 100 miles. That 8th grade ingredient was destroyed along with everything else. Bullshit. An 8th grade ingredient is a worldly treasure, so it possesses spirituality. If you guys knew to get underground, why wouldn't an ingredient that originates from the ground know to do the same? Then it must have already escaped underground. More bullshit. My nose can pick up its scent in an instant, even if it has traveled 1,000 miles. It couldn't have escaped here without my knowledge. Gu Santong eyeing them with thick bloodthirst. If you can't take out that 8th grade ingredient, then it means you're lying to me. Which means the ones who created the thunder array to hurt me were you guys. Wait. Zhuo Fan shouted with a pained face. The 8th grade ingredient is real. It did try to escape just now. But a split second before the thunder array broke, I managed to grab hold of it. The reason you didn't smell it is because I put it in my ring. Zhuo Fan's hand revealed a glowing ingredient. The sweet smell it released worked to soothe everyone's weary mind. So there was an 8th grade ingredient, after all. Sorry, I misunderstood you guys. So you guys really were looking for an ingredient for me. This 8th grade ingredient is my. To be honest, even if it was you guys who set up the array, I don't mind. If every time there was an 8th grade ingredient inside an array, I'd gladly enter it, no questions asked. Don't worry. There won't be a next time. Zhuo Fan smiled, but was crying inside. His heart bled with every chomp. Fucking bastard. I got that ingredient from the drifting flower edifices only to see it gobbled up by you. This is the only 8th grade ingredient I have. Li Jingtian slipped next to him and patted him. It's just a minor setback, Steward Shuo. Don't dwell on it too much. I know. That's right. We never imagined you to actually have an 8th grade ingredient on hand. And we certainly didn't expect you to save our lives and not hand us over. We're incredibly touched. Cut the crap. You're just an investment to me. If I had handed you over, I would have suffered a bigger loss. More importantly, we need to calm this little devil down first and think of a plan later. Yes, steward. A sudden thunderous noise traveled for thousands of miles. Oh, wasn't the thunderswarm mountain flattened? Where did that thunder come from? Perhaps a thunderstorm is coming. Impossible. That kid's 2 fists cleared out 100 miles in all directions. There's not a cloud in sight. Where does a thunderstorm come from when all the clouds are gone? Steward Shuo, look. That kid. Something's wrong with him. Zhuo Fan saw Gu Santong covering his ears and crouching his shivering body. Even his most delicious treat, the 8th grade ingredient, laid half-eaten on the ground. That's our steward, Shuo. You really are a wolf in sheep's clothing. Even that little monster was tricked. Please tell us. What poison did you put in it? Even his godly nose couldn't sense it. Could you please spare us some? Shut it. I didn't do anything. That kid looks physically fine. There must be something wrong with him mentally. It's fear. What? When I was teaching those brats at the Regent Estate, I was very strict. By the end, whenever the ones with weak minds heard my voice, they would cower in fear, just like that kid is doing now. You're saying he's scared? But what can scare him so hard? The thunder only grew in intensity and Zhuo Fan looked startled at the sky. Then a bolt flashed out of the blue and the sky darkened as black as night, as if a huge hand swept over the area. Next, purple lightning began to fall non-stop. This is... Zhuo Fan's eyes widened, and cried. Lightning Canyon. This was one of the continent's 3 danger zones, Lightning Canyon. It was the place Zhuo Fan had been aiming for all this time, the Heavenly Emperor's remnant. Ever since Ju told me about it, I've been making preparations to enter it, but problems piled up one after another, so I had to push it back. But now that the Thunder Swarm Mountain is gone, how can I hatch this? And even if I hatched it earlier, what can a chick do against Lightning Canyon? It's as if fate decreed that now isn't the time to enter Lightning Canyon. Let's go. The other 5 were quick to follow. But they flew for a bit and Zhuo Fan looked back all of a sudden. Something's wrong. Where is that Gu Santong kid? He found that the bold and powerful invincible scamp was reacting like any child would in this situation. He was shivering and closing his ears, losing all reason out of fear. That kid's become so weak. That fear of his has him so shriveled up. Where'd that fearsome act go? I understand now. It appears he doesn't fear regular lightning but instead purple lightning. I guessed wrong all along. Steward Shuo, you jest. Who on earth isn't afraid of purple lightning? Even our sect leader would run away at first sight. But this kid is different. Other people can muster their strength to run, but this kid can't even get on his feet. What connection does he have with Lightning Canyon? Elder Li, You and the 4 demons go ahead first. I'll go save him. I can't do that, Steward Shua. Lightning Canyon is about to hit us. You'll be crushed to death. He's right, Steward Shua. Isn't he the invincible scamp? Why don't we let him suffer the purple lightning for all his worth? Leave him be. Ha, to think they still have soft spots in their hearts. The 4 demons had been nothing but trouble so far, but ever since Shuafan saved their lives by paying an 8th grade ingredient, their view changed. They held Shuafan with favor, albeit slightly. Elder Li, if anything happens to me, keep an eye on those 4. Don't let them run wild in the clan. Shuafan shot for Jiyu Santong. Steward Shua. Li Jingtian shouted, but all he could see was his vanishing figure among the purple lightning. Let's go. What about Steward Shua? He'll be back, for sure. Gnashing his teeth, he eyed the demons and flew away. Jiyu Santong, what are you still doing here? Get up and run away. Do you want to die? Save. Jiyu Santong shook his head and stuttered. What did you say? Save me. Jiyu Santong showed his pitiful face, his eyes filled with tears. Shuafan showed a particular grin. Then he grabbed the kid and flew away. An opportunity. No risks, no reward. I'm down to take this risk to save him. Knowing him, he'll definitely devote his life to me after this. No, devote his power to me. With a shocking boom, the fragmented sky was now thoroughly wrecked, revealing a huge black hole in the sky. Such a strong pulling force. Jiyu Santong, we're going to be sucked in. Do you have any ideas? This kid is really scared and senseless. Suddenly, a purple bolt smashed into his back, forcing him to spit blood. Wiping his blood, Shuafan rejoiced. Thank the heavens it was only 3rd heaven purple lightning like Brother Jews. Otherwise, I'd be good as gone. Fuck. 4th heaven purple lightning. I can't escape that. Gasping, Shuafan looked up to see the big hole was getting increasingly closer. The closer I get to the void, the deadlier the purple lightning. If this continues and a 6th heaven purple lightning bolt hits me, it'll be the end of me. If I don't come up with something, I'll be dead again. I may not be so lucky next time and be reborn. I have to stay calm. He gnashed his teeth and settled on taking out the Thunder Skylark's egg. I'll try using this Thunder Skylark egg to absorb the lightning. Hopefully, it doesn't crack open on impact. As it absorbs some of the lightning, I'll figure a way out of the lightning canyon. I shouldn't think too much. Desperate times call for desperate measures. The purple lightning struck the Thunder Skylark's egg. It was as if it acted as a beacon. Not good. The enormous power having slammed into the egg made it shudder, on the verge of breaking. Shuafan used demon transformation art post-haste, taking the rest of the lightning power into him and refined it. Perhaps the egg still had some magic left in it as by some miracle, it cushioned the lightning's power. Shuafan shuddered but he was otherwise unaffected. This might work.